Okay, welcome back, guys. What a crazy day, Wednesday, April the 8th. And as you can see, we have a lot to talk about. Let's keep this quick and short and sweet. So, late last night, the news broke around 8 p.m. Eastern Time. This thing is time stamped. And basically, the USA, Trump has agreed to a ceasefire with Iran, complete, immediate, safe opening of the Strait of Hormuz. That's been the main thing that we can tell. It's all about getting oil flowing again, getting the world to relax a bit. A lot of stuff is very much still up in the air and confused between what side's really getting what. Iran has been claiming internal victories with their 10 points being met. Trump said we received the 10 points as a workable basis, but not confirming anything to be actually agreed upon on that 10 point front. So still trying to figure out what's happening. Everyone's quite confused, but it is a good indicator of the market moving higher. The market opens in exactly 10 seconds, and as you can see here, the SPX is already up quite a bit. SPY, we're currently up pre-market 2.6%. Let's see if it holds. Let's zoom in a little bit so we can see that a little bit better on the daily. Huge buy order as well there. Came in at the end of the day yesterday. No surprise, somebody obviously knew something, right? But that's good to see. And yeah, we can't even see it. 676, there it is. So currently up quite a bit in the pre-market as it kicks open here. Markets are now open. We're off to the races, and we'll keep an eye on that. We'll come back to that. 10-year is currently looking like it's coming down a little bit as well. So no surprise, Trump started this war with Iran, and the 10-year US Treasury went absolutely nuts, parabolic, up to 4.4, close to almost 5 points at one point. And since then, there's been a lot of reverse tackling, if you will, to get it come back down, and the 10-year is coming back down. That's exactly what happened last year. Let's go back 1 year, and you can see that as well on the yearly chart last April. There it is. There's Trump's tariff, not crazy stuff into March and April, and then finally we dropped and rose and chopped quite a bit. So that's what we're looking at as well. CME Fed Watch looks like there's not going to be a rate cut later this year, December the 9th. We're looking at a potential 33% chance of a rate cut, which is awesome. This had previously been totally priced out of the market because of the current war with Iran and the price of oil and inflation. But it looks like a rate hike is falling off quite a bit. The next meeting here is on April 26th, and it looks like we'll get a nothing burger there. It'll probably just be, let's just see what happens and be cautious. Kevin Warsh will be in, and then it looks like the market is leaning towards a rate cut potentially in the earlier part of the middle of part of this year, as opposed to a rate hike. And then definitely by end of the year, by October and December, odds are higher for potential rate cuts. So keep an eye on that one to watch. And then Trump tweeting like crazy all over the place. What's weird is this so-called ceasefire that we have. It's been myriad with threats of further attacks, and in my opinion, that's not a good sign for a everlasting, consequential good peace ceasefire. He's threatening to blow up anyone that kind of helps Iran rearm, basically. Um, Trump's claiming that America will be able to go in and extract all of the enriched uranium. Here we go. We'll work closely with Iran, which we have determined has gone through will be very productive regime change. There'll be no enrichment, and we will dig it up and take it out basically with where it has been destroyed at. So we'll see if that even happens. So Strait of Hormuz is opened, no enrichment from the America, and no basically rearmament. So yeah, this is going to be crazy to see if this holds. Meanwhile, you still have reports of drones hitting different targets. Reports of Saudi Arabia East Wing oil pipeline carrying 7 million barrels of crude oil has been attacked by most likely Iran. There's weird rumors that it could be Israel, trying to supplant this ceasefire because they want to most likely see more of a war with Iran unfold. But so far, looks like Trump has chosen peace and he's chosen life and he's chosen the markets over further violence. In truth, this does not look like a really good victory for America. For Trump, I should say, actually, America, it looks good for America, but for Trump, it doesn't look totally great because he's not really getting much. The Strait of Hormuz was already open before he attacked. regime change has only happened in the sense that he eliminated those in charge. They've been replaced by more potential radical followers. So regime hasn't really been changed. Philosophy still the same, but only time will tell what really happens. Reports said it was in heated negotiations coming out all night up to the last minute till Trump decided to go for peace. Kevin covered it pretty well thanks to this Pakistani proposal, and yeah, we'll see if this unfolds even further. Looks like China may have been involved last minute, telling Iran to take peace and rearm, most likely, in my opinion, take peace and rebuild and have a ceasefire for a while. That is where the market is. Let's go back over here and look at what's happening right now. Are we dumping? Still up flat on the day, 2.5%. Not going any much higher. The Q's up 3.2%. The VIX is currently at 20, so it fell and it's still falling, which is great. We'll see that below 20 today. And the price of oil is at $91 Brent crude oil, which is great because go to the monthly chart here, we'll see where it was. It was a heck of a lot higher. Oil up at like $111, if not slightly higher. So that's great. Get it below $100 and the world's a better place. The Dow Jones, 47,000, up 3%. But yeah, the real goal today is to see, do these gains hold? Will people profit take and look to store some money before some sort of flip-flop with further escalations in violence if either Iran or Israel does not hold the peace? So it's still up in the air, but so far it looks really good. Looks like we're getting peace. Looks like we're getting less bloodshed, which is what we want. But the market is fickle, right? So we'll see what way that works today and tomorrow, and certainly Friday end of week. Some of the best stocks have done well. You have Meta up 5%, which is great. We did buy the dip there. Should have bought more, of course, but now back up to $603. Still a ways to go for all-time highs, so it's still cheap, so to speak, from where it was. Amazon 221, NVDA 184, so really good returns from these companies. Amazon giving a little bit of its gains there from 225 to 221, which is interesting. But NVIDIA is ripping up 184. These are all great companies you had a chance to buy down this past month or two. And then you have our retail favorites. What's leading the way? APLD up 11%, Amcor 9%, Oscar 9%. Their CEO bought $1 million of stock, which is huge. Love to see that vote of confidence, but still have a ways to go for Oscar Health to get back up to the strength where it deserves to be. Rocket Lab 9%, riding the coattails of SpaceX and positively good news, which is nice. Again, these are all good buys, here at these points. The problem is this low didn't last long enough. This blip here was gone before you could, really get it. At 1:30 on Monday, all of a sudden Trump starts tweeting stuff and the market goes crazy. So right here, this is what's frustrating. You see the market falling off quickly, and it's going to go further. Then, people step in and intervene and force the reversal there. Hood 75 up 8%. I bought 100 more shares of Hood last night, which is a lovely time to buy. Let me check that position. Currently up 8% on Hood. Total P&L is 5%, Meta 5%, NVIDIA 9%, which is lovely. So yeah, the retail's favorite stocks are definitely catching a nice, bid here, which is good to see. Hopefully it continues even further. SOFI is up 7.6%, which we love to see after a rough year of being torn apart by the market. Probably see some profit taking going on here, around the $17 range. It'll probably sit, and then hopefully it has even more and more legs higher and higher to go. But yeah, green market, everything looks great today. We're all riding high. Every sector, energy is up today. EOS leading the way. BE, of course, 152. I was going to buy more of BE if it had fell further, but again, this dip didn't last long enough. And then it's so volatile, it's up and down. So I'm not going to buy this yet. I want to buy that when it drops down and ideally tests that 200-day moving average. TE's had a horrible week, but it's up 9%. But again, I'm not liking that name just yet. But yeah, energy's green. Everything looks good. NBIS up 124. It's one of our favorites, of course. So Cipher up 6%. Lots of good profits here today for folks to take who might be, in need of covering in their books. Bitcoin $7 down 12%. Are we green in Bitcoin? We're close to being green. Very, 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 very close, which is good. Again, should have been more yesterday, but what can you do? And then you have space stocks, all green, apart from Kraken, which is underwater, literally underwater stock. A hair test had an earnings report there, and it's gone nuts. Look at that. Was it a good earnings report? Came in, surprise, 0.2%, up 20%. Yeah, good report, good earnings. 62 revenue, quarter three, 10.3 million, down 40% year over year and below 10 million. GAAP net loss, $3 million. Adjusted net loss, smaller than expected. That's good. So obviously earnings call was good then. There's some good news come out of that. But yeah, 25% is absolutely huge. I would definitely expect there to be some profit taking here today on a hair test systems. It's a great company and a lot of folks are looking at it. I'm not going to chase it into the atmosphere because that's how you end up bag holding. SanDisk up 11%, huge. Micron up 8%, huge. Yeah, nice move here from the physical storage and memory. Yeah, NVDA is up 3%. Look at software real quick, and then we'll wrap it up. Software is currently up by, let's see, CrowdStrike 5%, Oracle 4%, ServiceNow up 2%. Little moves, not huge, because it's software. It's been run down all year, but that's the current look at the market. The VU is still up 2.4% and holding, which is great. Looks like we're not going higher yet. It looks like we're just holding things. You can maybe kind of like, you know, lingering here with profit taking going on. So we'll keep an eye on that. But there's your market for the day, and we'll keep an eye on the news coming in. It's all about Trump. It's all about the ceasefire. It's all about will it hold, and or will there be any more wrinkles to come? We have a lot to figure out. We have a lot to decide upon who gets to charge the price of the oil. Oman and Iran, will they take profits in that? Will America take profits? Trump's confirming the tolls, interesting. Joint venture with Iran. Who knows what's going to happen? Who knows? $1 per barrel of oil passing through to pay for their rebuild, basically. This could be interesting. Who knows what the game is here? Who knows? Maybe America will find a way to engineer this for the ultimate victory. I hope that helps, guys. Appreciate it. Like and subscribe and follow for more. Thanks.